Assisting mental health patients. A case of South-Westshire Health Trust. What is mental illness? Mental illness is a state where the mind becomes affected due to the series of signs and experiences of conditions such as phobia, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, mania, and substance misuse. Mental illness or mental disorder can simply be defined as the health disorder characterized by the persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities causing significant impairment in daily life. Mental illnesses have become rampant in recent years. In the course of an average person's life, it is possible that they will either develop a mental health problem themselves or have close contact with someone who does. Research conducted worldwide has it that 1 in every 4 adults will experience mental health problems at some stage in their lives. Current findings have proved the attempt in some countries to minimize the degree of stigmatization through scientific approach and educational efforts. But notwithstanding these efforts, the disgrace and panic attached to mental illness remains a considerable barrier to finding assistance to identify and to treat. Mental health is how individuals think, feel, and behave as they cope with daily life. It assists in deciding how people cope with stress, relate to others, and make choices. On the other hand, mental illness is a collective term for a broad range of mental disorders, and the mental disorders are medical conditions that disrupts, feels, and or behave, resulting in distress and or impaired functioning. Challenges of mental health patients. Patients with mental disabilities have problems and the range of the challenges encountered in their everyday life. The responsibility of assisting, caring, and engaging people with mental health disabilities and challenges does not rest with or depend on only one person, but rather on every single individual, the society as well as organizations. The interest and the desire to demonstrate the willingness to help manage the challenges of mental health patients' well-being cut across every angle and borders. The media, families, individuals, communities, governments, mental health professionals, foundations, non-governmental organizations, policymakers, and the private sector. This is a giant stride which the South-Westshire Health Trust, an NGO located in Itele-Ijebu, in the Ijebu East local government of Ogun State, providing succor in disability and mental health care services. Founded in 2018 by a former member of the Federal House of Representatives between 1999 and 2003, Honorable Onadeko Onamusi.
My name is Honorable Onamusi Onadeko, a former member of the House of Reps, and of course the CEO for the South-Westshire Health Trust, known locally as Taishe. The South-Westshire Health Trust is a non-governmental organization registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission in the year 2018. We are primarily a non-governmental organization established specifically to address the social problem of severe mental challenges, people with severe mental challenges on our streets, in our various communities. So what we do at this trust is to bring in people with severe mental challenges, treat them and rehabilitate them. We go out into the communities to remove them, and we bring them right here for treatment and rehabilitation.
Today, the resounding success story of Taishe South-Westshire Health Trust is that it has treated and discharged over 113 cases since its establishment 3 years ago, while 87 other inmates are still undergoing treatment at the trust.
Well, the activities of this trust actually started on the 5th October 2017, and we registered as a non-governmental organization in April 2018. By extension, we have been in existence for almost 2.5 years, or 3 now, and to date we have registered over 215 patients, people with severe mental challenges, on our register. And performance-wise, we've been very resultful. It's been very interesting. As I speak to you today, we have only 87 people inpatient. In other words, we have treated and discharged well over 113 or more patients within the last 2.5 years. And so it's been a success in the real sense of it. The kind of transformation we see in the lives of people, the kind of joy that we bring to people and to families in particular who've been looking for their families that have been missing for so many months and years, and then after treatment we're able to locate their family. The success story is in fact very, very interesting and rewarding. Now, the challenges we have, in all honesty, is that as I speak to you today, there are 87 people in-house. 33 of them are good to go back to their various communities, to their various families. The unfortunate thing is that their families are not willing to take them over. And so they are sort of abandoned in this place. And what we try to do is to provide, economic power for them, skills for them that can enable them to be integrated back into the society. That's one challenge on one side of it. The other challenge is that the government, and of course Nigeria as a country, or the government, the federal government of this country, has no policy or legislation for the administration and treatment of people with severe mental challenges. And so you go around this country, every nook and crannies you go into, you find people with severe mental challenges on our various streets, various communities, living a kind of, life that you cannot really expect of human beings. And so to cater for this sort of people, and considering the fact that it's not an area where there are so many people who are interested in going into, most people are not willing to bring people from various communities or from the street and start taking care of them. We are having so much of pressure as to accommodation, providing the food and medication for so many people that are out there looking up to us for a kind of relief or treatment. Now, the South-Westshire Health Trust is governed by a board of trustees, and the board of trustees sees to the day-to-day running activities of this organization. We are not funded by any donor agency as I speak to you. We are funded by the trustees and few Nigerians who are supporting this trust. In an environment like this, and by our kind of approach and disposition, we will believe strongly that when we are able to do what we do, relevant authorities, relevant individuals will get to know what we are doing and will voluntarily want to support us as they so wish to do. The various state governments are aware that we are existing. However, we are working on a sort of collaboration with the neuropsychiatric hospital, Abeokuta. We want to go into partnership with them. And of course, quite a little bit of requirements are needed, which we are working on. Apart from that, we've been doing very well. On the issue of how we manage the affairs and provide treatment for our patients here, it's good to state that I am not a medically inclined person. I'm not a medical doctor, neither am I a psychiatric nurse, but the vision is a motivation from an experience I had while I worked as a carer in the UK, when I worked in a mental facility. And there I was able to acquire this knowledge and skill that we are using today to help so many Nigerians. And so what we do here is to arrange for psychiatric consultants and psychiatric nurses who help in evaluating and prescribing medications for patients in our. So they come in on a regular basis while we do the administration of medications and ensure that they are well treated, well cared for, well respected, let me put it that way. So that's exactly and basically what we do. The greatest challenge we have here at the moment is accommodation for people with severe mental challenges. There are thousands, hundreds of people with severe mental challenges roaming the streets, living on the streets in Nigeria. They are left to spend the rest of their life in such miserable condition. The government has no policy, no legislation to take care of them, and Nigerians just pass by. Recently, we removed a young man from under the bridge at Bega. He was presumed to be dead, and he's been in that same location for weeks, and everybody thought he's dead. He's currently recovering as I speak to you here in the trust. But we haven't got accommodation facility to help as many people as we would have loved to help. And so we want to appeal that our greatest challenge is providing accommodation for people with severe mental challenges. We want to help as many of them as possible. And except Nigerians and the government comes to our aid and support, we might not be able to make so much of impact as we would have loved to do. And so we are appealing to Nigerians to please come into this trust and look into what we want to do, provide some of these facilities for us so that we can meet the needs of people with severe mental challenges on a daily basis.
In conclusion, it is essential we continue to communicate that mental health is a high priority and work together to address it. As the World Health Organization states, there is no health without mental health. Addressing issues of mental health and trauma may be one of the most urgent, emerging priorities amongst mankind. Give a helping hand today. Support a worthy cause. For inquiries, please visit the Vine Cottage, Kilometer 57, Shagamu Benin Expressway, Itele, Ijebu East Local Government, Ogun State, Nigeria, or call telephone 0808 376 3332 or 0907 777 0474. You may also visit our website www.swhtrust.org or email swhtrust@gmail.com.